Yeah. Everything around me full of imagination. You're one of a kind, ain't no replacement. You the only talent, hey, life's so dangerous. You're one of a kind, don't know what to make of it. Hey, you're one of a kind. Hey, you're one of a kind. Hey, you're one of a kind. Whoa, you're one of a kind. You're one of a kind. Full of imagination. You're one of a kind, ain't no replacement. You the only talent, hey, life's so dangerous. You're one of a kind, don't know what to make of it. Hey, you're one of a kind. Hey, you're one of a kind. Hey, you're one of a kind.
All right, folks. Now, normally I do not do a video talking about Chrissy. YouTube was on their shit, and even mentioning Chrissy's name, I used to get strikes. Okay, so in other words, black women don't play fair. And I told my users, don't send me any Chrissy videos. Guess what showed up in my inbox today? A Chrissy video. Now, the young lady that sent it to me, she's lucky I have love for her. Otherwise, it'd have been a flat out no-go. Now, I understand why black women and black women in America suffer by perception. Okay, and especially in this white-dominated environment. Put it this way, ain't shit nobody can do about it. Not you, not us, not anybody. Hell, black men can't even stop themselves from going to prison or getting jacked up by the freaking police, but all of a sudden we're supposed to change the beauty standard of the United States. Can't do that. I don't know what black women are thinking. I don't know, like, I hear this all the time from black women. Chrissy, Cynthia G, yada, 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 on down the list, all the way down to every magazine, black magazine on the net. Black women's lives, all black women's lives, not just the dark-skinned ones, lives are fucked up, and black men are to blame why it's fucked up, because if they could only beat the white man and take over, we could be elevated to the top of the heap of the beauty standard, which is really all it is about. Now, continuing. The video in question was about the young lady that won Miss America. I think her name was Nia. I can't remember her last name. And as soon as I saw her that she was dark-skinned, congratulations, Chrissy and the rest of the dark-skinned activists. You finally made it to the top of the heap. Now, instead of celebrating their victory, taking their lap, taking their bow, smoking their victory cigar, maybe pouring a libation because a dark-skinned black woman actually won Miss America, which is the crowning jewel of beauty in the United States, it always comes back to what the black men aren't doing. The negative stuff that some black men or any black men might say about the girl, which is nothing but the myth of white womanhood, like I've stated before, all over again. They're not competing for the affection of black men. They're competing for the affection of white men to get white womanhood status, which it's not about looks. Everybody keeps talking about it's about looks. It's not about looks, it's about the status. They talked about the femininity of Serena Williams, because guess who puts her down? Guess who are the most of the people that put her down? Not black men. Black men actually made Serena Williams a beauty standard for black men. Actually, the black men actually made Serena Williams a sex symbol back in the day. Tall, muscular, even, some people might even say masculine, with a big behind, and black men went crazy over her when she was young. People forget, Serena Williams is not in her 20s. Serena Williams has hit the wall, okay? Serena Williams is damn near 40. She's not the 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old teenager that she was when she used to be posed in bikini pictures in magazines. People forget that black men promoted her. People forget that black men have been promoting the black standard of beauty for a very long time. As a matter of fact, this is from the Huffington Post, dated April 6, 2017. Miss Black America, the pageant that changed history. Vanessa Williams originally became famous as the first African American Miss America. Almost 20 years prior to Vanessa Williams being named Miss America, the civil rights movement was making it abundantly clear that the Miss America pageant was unfairly restricted to white women. In 1950, the pageant had abolished a rule that excluded black contestants, but the lily white pageant hadn't changed. In 1967, J. Morris Anderson, a Philadelphia businessman, found this bias additionally troubling. He had 2 daughters, both of whom expressed interest in growing up to be Miss America. He doesn't sound like a white man to me. What does a dad do when he knows his daughters are dreaming an impossible dream? He gathers his resources together and starts a pageant of his own, Miss Black America. Bayer Mack and producers of Oscar Michaud, the czar of Black Hollywood, have created a documentary short to tell the story of the creation of the Miss Black American pageant. Anderson pulled in the NAACP, as well as other experts who had run local pageants for black women. This group made a series of decisions. If the next Miss America pageant was to be held in Atlantic City on September 7th, get the date, September 7th, 1968, then the Miss Black America pageant would also be held there at that time. Anderson booked the ballroom of the Ritz-Carlton. We want to be in Atlantic City at the same time that the hypocritical Miss America contest is being held, said Philip H. Savage of the NAACP to a reporter from the New York Times in 1968. Now, how many people actually remember the Miss Black America pageant, which has celebrated its 51st birthday? How many people remember it? We have to have a documentary just to bring awareness to it. Now, you would think that black women, especially dark black women, would hold these kind of events in high esteem, would show them on social media, would tweet them out, would know all the contestants in the pageant, would show clips of the pageant, would promote these girls, would give them the same love that they give Miss America. Black women complain about stuff that they cannot get, which is called hypergamy. You want to move up the rung. And black women complain that we cannot get them the love of white men, which is what they solely desire. Now, for the last 2 years, black women and dark black women especially have been using Serena Williams to throw black men under the bus and promoting her. Has any black woman or dark-skinned activist actually promoted the Miss Black America pageant, which has been around for 50 fucking years? No, because it's not popular. No, it's not in white media. No, they're not on magazines, white magazines that we look at. They're not in our social media, so they don't count. And why doesn't that happen? Oh, because black men aren't checking for us like that. So if white men aren't checking for you and black men aren't checking for you, then who is checking for you? You must be alone. Must have a whole lot of dark-skinned women out there by themselves without any man in sight, which we all know is a lie. Just because they don't show up on white media, promoted in the white mainstream media, everybody complains. And then when black women do show up in mainstream media, they have to be a certain kind of black woman. And when they do show up as with dark skin, they have to have certain kind of features, which at the end of the day, all they're doing is having something to complain about, because they want black men to get behind whatever agenda that they have and promote it. There's the old saying, be the change that you want to be. Serena Williams is a special case, not because of the way she looks. If Serena Williams was walking around the way she looks without any kind of special talent, guess what happened? She'd be in the same milieu as the rest of the people. Why is Serena Williams getting promotion? She's getting promotion for the same reason that dark black men get promotion. Because she took it. She got on the field of battle and she started kicking some white ass. She earned grudging respect. So much so that in the 2000s, she was a sex symbol. I would gather to say that Serena Williams has been on more magazine covers all over the world than any other dark-skinned woman in America. That is the way that you get promotion. You don't get it by whining, you don't get it by begging, you don't get it by pleading, you take it. There's enough money with black women, there's enough push from black women to get things done. Issa Rae has demonstrated that. Issa Rae is not pretty, okay? Issa Rae was not famous. How come Issa Rae has become a quote-unquote symbol of beauty? She took it. That's how things are done. She didn't beg black men to do anything. She didn't beg white men to do anything. She took it upon herself to get out there and grind and get things done. If black women really want to be promoted, they would get behind their own pageant, which they ignore every year, and promote it. It's already there. You don't have to do anything. It's already there. It's been there for 50 years. In fact, I remember it as a kid growing up that we always watched the Miss Black America pageant. What happened? It doesn't give you white validation, which is what the problem is. The only time a Miss Black America pageant or one of the feeder pageants was actually done by Chrissy is when a biracial woman actually won it. Then talk about the rest of the pageants or any one of the other contestants that was actually in the crowd. When a biracial woman actually got some kind of recognition that dark-skinned women thought they deserved, then they complained. Then they said something. Then they actually noticed that there was a pageant, and they haven't talked about it since. If black men aren't doing the job for you, and I'm going to say this again, black men ain't doing the job for you dark-skinned women, and you feel you can go get a better deal from somebody else, guess what? Go that direction. If you don't like the promotion that you're getting from black men or the love that you're getting from black men, guess what? I'm going to tell you the same thing that I said months ago. Go outside, go to the corner and kick some motherfucking rocks. Stop whining about what we're fucking not doing. If you don't like us, we're not getting it done, go kick some rocks. Go to somebody else that can get it done for you. America is a capitalist country and a consumer-based country. If one group is not doing the job for you, go to the next one. If you don't want to promote black men, don't promote us. Because at this stage of the game, for the little bit of promotion that black men may or may not get from black women, it costs too much because we have to hear this shit endlessly. If you can find a better group of men to take you in and do for you, go. This incessant whining about shit that you know good and goddamn well we can't give you is what's making me sick. Promote the stuff that's already there. A black man created a pageant for you that's still running 50 some odd years later. Nobody talks about it. And nobody emphasizes what you already have. Nobody talks about Serena Williams being uplifted and promoted by black men for years. Or the Williams sisters for years. If you don't want to be one of us, just like Serena doesn't want to be one of us, do what Serena did. Jump the fence. Go on the other side. Nobody's gonna be mad at you. Jump the fence. I'm harsh like that. I am an amoral pragmatist. You don't like what's on this side, you don't like what we're selling, jump the fence. Sound like WNBA players complaining about their salaries. We think we're not promoted, we're not paid what the men are paid, blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna whine until you give me some money. Guess what? Why don't you do what every other business does, which is go on freaking strike? Go on strike. In fact, I think all black women should need to go on strike. We are not dating black men for 6 months. We're not dating black men for a year. Just go on strike. And after a year, see where you are. Anyway, that's how come I don't like people sending me Chrissy videos, okay? Sick of hearing this whining. She always talks about Big Booty Brenda. Guess what? I got 2 kids by Big Booty Brenda. And from what I've seen of Chrissy, my baby mama is much darker and way better looking, okay? So you can miss me with that bullshit. Much darker and way better looking. But that's the end of my rant. I'm gonna jump off of here. This is BGS out, and I will see you guys on the next one.